I feel like it's a slippery slope, and it's a bad trap to fall into that mindset of like it's really a victim mentality. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about success and living in the moment. I do need to preface this video by saying I'm not in a great mood today. Uh, Overall, I'm fine. This truck is loud. Cement trucks. Overall, I'm fine, but there's just a situation going on in my life right now that I'm not feeling great about. And so I do need to preface that because I don't know, I might go on a tangent in this video, or you know, I just want you guys to know what kind of frame of mind I'm in. So I'm feeling a little bit bad about a certain situation with certain people, which is so I kind of wanted to almost just do a video on that, but I don't really feel like that's necessary, at least right now. Maybe at some point in the future, but yeah, I just need to preface that there's something else huge on my mind, so anyway, let's get into it. Success and living in the moment. So I had this video idea, I don't know, maybe in the shower, at the gym, I can't remember, but it's something I do need to always like remind myself of. The second part is to live in the moment, and I'm sure a lot of people who have high goals feel the same way that I do about that, because it just feels like you hit a goal or a milestone, and then it's like you just immediately look up and be like, okay, what's next? What do I need to do next? What do I need to do next? And then every day just kind of turns into like grind. And don't get me wrong, I love the grind. I love it. I love feeling under pressure. I love having to perform. But we're also only here for like a certain amount of time on the earth. And, we want to be able to enjoy that time. So I think finding the balance between grinding and enjoyment, but that's also the thing, because it's not really A, B. Like I can find a lot of enjoyment and value in the grind. It's also just a lot about the way how I perceive it, how I think about it. I think this is true for a lot of people. If you think about it like, like for me, for example, I have to film 2 videos today and edit them and message this many people about mixing and start get back to these people and go to the gym, and I have to go for a run, and I have to this and this, right? When you kind of think about it from that negative mindset, then just naturally you're going to oppose it, because it feels like it's being imposed upon you, something that you don't want. And I feel like it's a slippery slope, and it's a bad trap to fall into that mindset of like it's really a victim mentality. Like, why me, life's so hard, whereas this is a path you've chosen, and for me this is a path I've chosen, and I don't really feel like that ever. Sometimes it does get a bit like, okay, let's go do something else, because every day I'm doing like a similar thing, like I'm gymming, and then I'm either filming and editing, or streaming, or both, or mixing, or producing. So some days it is like, okay, let me just go out and like go downtown or something and just do something cool. But I think a lot of people do fall into that trap where it's like, yeah, they feel like even if they choose this way of life, it's like, why me, victim mentality. And so that's something I'm trying to just be aware of, just to make sure that I never kind of like slip into that or fall into that mindset. But like I said, I like having my back against the wall and working. But there's also like, living in the moment and wanting to like not always be thinking about like what's next, or like stressing about, okay, I've hit this goal financially, now I need to hit this one, or I got materialistically, I have these things, now I need to get this. Because it's really a never-ending ladder up. There's no ceiling, and that can get dangerous. And I think this year I'm starting to think about that more, because I think towards the end of last year I was just so focused on making it happen to where I could, do this full time, living by myself in like the most expensive city in the world. I was just so focused on like trying to make that happen. And it's awesome I've been able to achieve that. I'm so grateful for that, and I'm so happy with myself and the work that I put in. And now I'm looking towards the next things, but it's also like, I just need a little period of like, deep breath, okay, we've achieved this now let's make sure everything's working properly, and then we can go for the next thing. I think, I just need that little season of like, okay. And that's not to say I'm not working as hard. I mean, I'm putting out way more content even now than I was back then when I was grinding super hard. Yeah, and I'm doing more, I guess, but I guess I'm not going for runs because it's winter, and because I have a problem with my legs. That's a whole nother story. Like, I have this like thing called lateral compartment syndrome. So whenever I run, my legs get so tight, and like I can't really run, and it's super sore. It's like the socket that the muscle is in is too tight on the muscle, and so when it expands when I exercise, it can't actually expand properly, and it's just like hitting that ceiling of the socket. Super sore. I need to get surgery for that. I had inserts in the summer, and that's why I was running so much, and it was fine, and it was awesome. I loved it. But now I'm not running because it's winter and because probably my legs. I gotta sort it out. But that is one thing I'm not doing that took up about like 2 hours every day. So I guess in that sense, it's like more chill. And I guess also I'm just not stressing about. It's funny because that's like the only real thing I can think that I'm not doing to the same intensity, because I'm still gymming like 6 times a week, the same as I was. I'm doing more content every week, like 10 more short form and like 2 or 3 more long form videos a week. But I don't feel as busy, which is so weird, because like when I first started doing it, I felt so busy all the time, and now I'm in a position where I feel like I have so much free time. And that's also something that like was scaring me a little bit at the beginning of this month. It was like all the free time that I had. I'm like, I should be doing something, like what can I do? And I'm like looking around, like I don't actually know like what I can do right now. I feel like I'm doing everything I can, but there's always more to do, and I am slowly like, okay, this needs tweaking, this needs adjusting. But yeah, it's interesting because I'm not, like I said, I'm not really doing anything less, but I feel like I'm in a period of like just a bit more relaxed and a bit more like trying to just enjoy every day rather than like chasing like money, clients, because it's just kind of been happening. It's just been this beautiful thing that I've been through where it's like I'll stress every single month, like, oh, am I gonna make enough money? And then every month somehow it just works out. I don't know how to explain it, but every month, at the end of every month, it just works out. And so I'm just kind of learning to trust that. I don't know what or who's looking over me, God or the universe, but every month just works out. And so now it's been like 6, 7, 8 months of that. I'm like, I don't feel as stressed when I am in those times where like, oh, I need to get like a big project right now. Because it always ends up working out. And so, I don't know, it's this beautiful thing that I've been experiencing. Like, wow, it's just, I've never experienced anything like that before. So, yeah, but so I'm trying to learn to trust that more and like settle in a bit more to my life now. And like I said, like just focus on enjoying every day rather than like filling every single second or minute with something productive. Because that's really what I was trying to do from like June last year to December, was just like trying to fill every single minute with something productive, something that was going to get me further, because I was so financially stressed. But now it's beautiful. I'm not that stressed, and I have so much time on my hands, and I'm still getting so many new clients every month, and I'm building the content and the business, and it's like, I feel blessed. And I'm glad I spoke about that. I feel a little bit better about everything now. That bad situation I was talking about at the beginning. So I love making these videos. It's just really like diary for me, and I start to feel this like feeling here in my chest when I keep talking, and it's just like this good feeling. It's like whole feeling. Anyway, but yeah, I do. So success and living the moment, I do have really high ambition, and I don't know, maybe some people think it's cocky, but I've always known that I'm going to be successful. And I think I actually saw it in a video once. What was it? Let's see if I can remember. I can't remember who was talking about it, but it's some good guys were talking about like the 3 traits that every successful person has. Oh, number 1, they think they're better than everyone else. Unfortunately, I do feel that. I know, not a good trait, horrible to say, but yeah. 2, what was it? I think they're better than everyone else. 2, I don't think it's they know they were going to be successful, but it's something like along those lines. Like they know they're going to be successful. And then 3, they're like deeply insecure. So I don't know, man. I guess that's me. But yeah, I've always known I'm going to be successful. And I think that's just because of the mindset that I know I have. It's like, I honestly feel like I can do whatever I want. Like, I feel like whatever I put my mind to and work on, I can achieve. And I think that's so important in terms of achieving stuff, because I have friends that just don't feel that way about themselves. And it shows, it shows. Like, you really have to, that was one of the things, like, you have to be delusional about, like, what you can achieve. That was one of the things in the 3 things that they were talking about. And I'm so delusional. I really believe I can do anything, and I believe I can achieve anything that I want to achieve. And yeah, maybe it sounds crazy to some people, but that honestly is how I feel. And so that, I think within that gives me the confidence to work every day and to feel good about that work every day, because I never have the stress of like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work out. Luckily I've never had that stress, or like, I don't know if I'm on the right path, because I know a lot of people deal with that, and that's something, yeah, luckily I've never dealt with. So I know I'm going to be successful, and I want to be very successful. And so I think it's really good that I'm aiming that high, and that I'm working at it every single day. And I'm so blessed to be in the position I am at like 22 years old. It's like, I was talking to my mom on the phone the other day. I'm just so lucky to be where I am. Obviously because of my hard work, but it's like, it's a blessing. But what was I saying? Yeah, I want so much, and I want to be so successful, but there's also that element of like, I have to just do it in a way that I can still enjoy my time while I'm doing it, like enjoying the journey, right? You always hear that, people saying like, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And it's kind of true. Those things are never going to be fulfilling. It's always looking back on the journey and the process and being like, that was super, like, that was awesome, And I get that all the time now, man. Like, I think back to like, even in the fall, I'm like, oh, that was such a cool time period in my life. Or I think back to last winter when I first moved back to Vancouver. I was like, oh my God, it's such a cool time period in my life. And so I do look back, and I do reminisce, and I do enjoy that. But it's like living in the moment. Sometimes it's difficult for me because of that drive for success and the work ethic. It's difficult for me to be chilling and just be like, this is awesome, like, I'm loving life right now. This is so cool. Like, it's sometimes difficult for me to be like that. But I have gotten a lot better, actually, because I have been feeling that quite a bit this month and last month for the first time. So, and I don't know if that's like a good feeling, because then sometimes I feel like I'm hard on myself and I'd be like, no, you shouldn't be feeling like this. You should just be working. But then it's like, like, I gotta enjoy life too. I can't just work. But I do enjoy the work, so I'm not saying that I'm not trying to say that the work is negative, and any time when I'm not working is a positive living in the moment experience. But it's just like, I just always feel like I should be doing more, and that anxiety is what prevents me from living in the moment. That's a good way to say it. So that anxiety about always having to fill my time is what prevents me sometimes from just living in the moment and enjoying it. But like I said, I have been getting better, and I think it's because I've been practicing more gratitude. Every single video is going to be like this. My screen always goes to sleep and then it stops the recording, and I always forget to like change my settings anyway. I don't even know where I was, man, but yeah, it's just a little ramble about success and living in the moment, and you know, trying to find the balance, like enjoying the process, while also still trying to maximize my efficiency, of course, because anyone who wants to achieve something big has to maximize their efficiency. So, but yeah, I'm really am in love with like my life right now, my schedule. Like I have it's funny because it's when I started doing it full time, I set a very rigorous schedule for myself every day. Because I was like, yeah, I need to fill, you know, like I said, I need to fill every moment and everything needs to be productive, and I need to make sure I'm not slacking ever. So I set up a good schedule. And I still have that schedule, but it's been tweaked, you know, it's been tweaked and it's been changed, and it's been like, okay, whatever I need to do in this time slot, like 4 to 7, I can do any of these things that I need to do. Or like, I always write my day schedule the night before, so I know what I'm doing the next day, so I don't wake up and I'm like, what's going on? But that's something I recommend. If you guys try and get more productive, write your day schedule the night before, and then like time slot everything out. I write it all on this on this pad here, in this pad, little overcast sticker. So like, yeah, I write it all down and like time slot it out. I don't know if you can really see that, but I like writing it down. I mean, I guess you could do it on your phone, but I just feel like I'm more invested when I can see it on paper, and I don't know, I like doing it on paper. But that's helped a lot in terms of being productive since I started doing that. And then I also have like, so I have like my daily stuff. But anyway, like I was saying, it's like looser now. It's still the same time slots and stuff, but it's looser. And I feel like I found a nice happy medium within that schedule, to where it's like, because I think Jordan Peterson talks about this a lot. You don't want to make a schedule where you feel like you're a prisoner of your own schedule. Like, you don't want to feel like a prisoner to your own rules and regulations. But you also want to make something that turns you into a more productive person. So, and I think I found that nice balance now of that, where I don't feel like, oh, I have to do this at 3, and I have to do this at 5, and I have to do this at 8. It's more just like, okay, well, I can switch that around there. I'll probably have some time later, so I can just fill that in there. Or, let's have some more time right now in this allocated time slot for work, so let's finish some stuff I was going to do later, and then I have more time then to look at whatever. So it's like, it's just more, yeah, I feel like I feel very comfortable in it. I don't feel like a prisoner of my own schedule at all. So yeah, I'd really recommend that. But it's a little tangent again. But yeah, guys, life's good. My last sip of juice. Life is hard when you tell the truth. That is what I will say. But it's of course the right path and the more noble path, so it is what it is. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the future. I have a couple big goals in terms of my success for I think I said within the next 2 years. I think it's the big 4. I called it the big 4. So it's Tesla. I want to get a Tesla, and I know these are a little materialistic things, because I feel like I'm already working on myself spiritually and mentally. When I get these things, it'll help me feel like I fit into the mold of who I am or who I'm becoming. Anyway, Tesla, French bulldog puppy, so cute. I can't wait to get one. I was trying to finesse getting one through this guy who wanted like mixing work, and he couldn't afford it, and he was like a French bulldog breeder. And I was trying to do like an exchange, but it didn't work out. But anyway, so yeah, Tesla, French bulldog, penthouse. Tesla and penthouse, I always say at the end of every single video. You guys will notice, because I'm manifesting that. And then girlfriend. And no particular order, so future girlfriend, You're not lost. No particular order. I'm just, that's a big four. So yeah, Tesla, Frenchie, penthouse, girlfriend. Those are my big four goals. Obviously financially, I got some work to do in terms of the penthouse and the Tesla. Frenchie too, I guess. They're bloody expensive little dogs. And then the girlfriend, I don't know. I'm going on a date tomorrow, actually. She seems pretty dope, so we'll see about that. That could work out, could not. But that's kind of just a more like, can't really plan that, right? Can't really plan when you get into a relationship. Feel like I'm ready, pretty much, and I'm putting myself out there. But that'll happen when it happens, right? But the other three I can control and work financially to get there. But anyway, yeah, so that's a big four. That's my goals for the next 2-ish years, I guess. I'm sure it'll change and fluctuate. And yeah, trying to live in the moment more while still keeping, the goal in mind and working hard every day, feeling good about that work, which I am, which is good. And yeah, I think that pretty much is all I want to say about success and living in the moment. If you guys have any thoughts about anything I said, please leave in the comments. We can start a conversation, but yeah. That was a good video. I like that. All right. I'll see you guys in another one.